What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we've got another Palantir update. So we're going to go over all of the possible reasons why Palantir is ready to finally explode. So they have their earnings coming up on May 11th. So we're going to go over and cover everything that we need to know going into earnings. We're also going to be going over this new contract that Palantir was actually able to receive as well, and a new Palantir platform. So we have a lot to go over in this video. So make sure you guys stick until the end so you're caught up on everything going on with Palantir. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, valued up to $1,850, make sure you check out that link down below in my description. All you have to do is sign up for an account, deposit over $100, and you get access to those 2 free stocks. Now, this is also a great way for you guys to help out and support the channel if you guys would like to, because when you get 2 free stocks, I get a free stock as well. And if you enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So at the current time that I am recording this video, Palantir is trading very flat today. We saw a very similar thing occur yesterday as well, and I think the main reason why we are seeing a lot of flat trading throughout the market is that we are really waiting on the remarks from Powell. But we have seen Palantir bounce with some pretty strong momentum off of these lows, and I think we could continue on this uptrend in the short term. But again, I am in Palantir for the long haul, so I don't really care as much about these short-term dips as a lot of other people do. I really am in this company for at least 10 to 20 years. I think that this company is going to be absolutely amazing and the key player in the data analytics field. So when we come over here, we can see that Palantir announces its first the first quarter earnings date, and that's going to be on Tuesday, May 11th, before the market opens. Now, when we come over to the option chain for Palantir, typically we can see some really unusually high open interest, and when we come over to this May 21st, 2021 expiration date, there is a wild amount of open interest on this $30 strike. We can see that 89,582 contracts are being held in people's brokerage accounts at this strike. So what this means is that if Palantir has great earnings and all of these contracts that we see right here go in the money, and Palantir gets really close to this $30 strike, we could potentially see a significant gamma squeeze. So essentially what that is that when these institutions are selling you these options, that's pretty much how it works. When you go to the option chain and you need to feel like you want to buy some options on a given stock, you are most likely buying them from an institution that is selling you naked calls. So at that point, these institutions have an uncovered sold call position, and the loss on that position is unlimited. So when the stock starts to get close to the strike price and they are going to have to deliver on their obligation to actually deliver these shares to you, they have to go out and buy these shares on the open market in order to cover this amount of contracts. That is called delta hedging, and that creates a lot more buying volume, which pushes the stock price up. So these options are not an end-all be-all indicator. It just gives us a decent idea of where options traders are price speculating for the near future. Now, when we switch it over to the put side, we can see that there's a decent amount of open interest on these 20s, 22s, and 23s. But not nearly as much volume as we've seen on the call side. So options traders are extremely bullish on Palantir going into their earnings announcement. Now, there are a couple of other things that I want to touch on as well for Palantir's earnings. So if you take a look at a lot of the contracts that Palantir has announced over the last quarter, the actual amount that in the dollar amount that they're going to be receiving from these contracts is typically not mentioned anymore. This is very different from what we saw in the fourth quarter of 2020. So in the first quarter of 2021, it's going to be a lot harder for all of these analysts, in my opinion, to give accurate estimates for what Palantir's revenue numbers are going to be. Palantir has brought in a lot of new business over this last quarter, and I think this sets them up to significantly exceed earnings expectations. And we're going to go over some proof of that a little bit later in this video. But when we come over here, I think we also need to get a little bit more insight into what Palantir is doing with these strategic investments. So Palantir has taken a stake in German air shuttle company Lilium via a private placement, according to Reuters. Lilium is scheduled to go public in the U.S. via a SPAC deal. The deal is to be via a reverse merger with QELL Acquisition Corp in a deal valuing the business at $3.3 billion. This is kind of strange. We've seen two of these different strategic investments, and I really want to see what Palantir has to say about this in their earnings call. So the different analysts are going to be able to ask questions during this earnings call, in this conference call. So I'm going to be paying attention to exactly what the goal of these strategic investments are going to be. In addition to this, Palantir is offering somewhat of a new platform, and we have a new contract that we need to go over as well. So when we come over here, we can see that Palantir unlock your data at no cost consistently through the pandemic. The first problem we had to solve for governments and commercial organizations was that their data was locked into legacy systems. Unlocking it was crucial to navigating the pandemic, and it will be crucial to restarting the economy. No institution should be left behind because they are locked into the past. Palantir Unlock is designed to make our open platform available to emancipate your enterprise during this critical period. As countries reopen and industries come back online, we're making Palantir Unlock available to the commercial sector for free. If you're interested in unlocking your data from legacy enterprise software at no cost, reach out to us at this link. So this is a very big deal for Palantir going forward. Alex Karp briefly mentioned this in an actual video that he put out I think it was last week, but this is going to be one of the biggest ways, in my opinion, that Palantir is going to be able to get new clients. If a lot of these different commercial companies start engaging with this Palantir Unlock program and they start talking to individuals at the company such as Alex Karp, they are going to get a better insight into what Palantir is able to bring to the table and what they offer in terms of their data analytics platform. I think that this is a very smart marketing move for the long term, and Palantir is going to be able to get a lot more clients because of this strategic move. Now, when we come over to this little Twitter page right here, this is going to be Mediascope Group, where they said that we have noticed that some of our clients work with Palantir Foundry. Today, we're happy to say that we fully integrated Palantir Foundry as the data source in all our tools. Now, what's important about this is that this tweet right here and on the Reddit thread for Palantir is really the only place that we can find this new contract. Now, what I think is very interesting about this is that this probably is not the only company that has gotten a Palantir contract that we have not gotten an announcement for. We also don't know the size of this contract right here, which is why, again, I think that Palantir is set up in such a great way to beat earnings. Now, at the same time, I could be wrong. Palantir could miss their earnings estimates. They could do something out of the ordinary, but that's not going to change my bullish outlook on Palantir over the long term. Now, coming back over to the chart of Palantir, we can see that it is still trading pretty flat today. At the current time that I'm recording, it is down about 0.46%. So we are still trading in this range from 21 to 24. And I do think that we are still going to see some pretty strong resistance between $25 and $27. But if earnings are good enough and we see a massive spike in Palantir, I do think that in the short term that it is very possible that Palantir gets over that $30 mark. So that is going to conclude this update for Palantir. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a very profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.